So I think we can all agree I've made somewhat of an...
This is outrageous!
Okay then, so tonight I'm going to be reacting to the late, great Victoria Wood, who died back in, well, the same year as my mother, actually, 2016. Is there something on the camera lens there? Sorry, how rude. And this song is so funny, you guys. It's taken from one of her tours. I was a huge mega fan. So let's do it. I mean, that's a talent right there. Never been able to
tell you who I am? I'm Pamela Patricia, but they call me Pam. I don't like shorts or slingback shoes. My only pair of trousers are my gardening shoes. I don't say who, I do say whom. I never use the toilet, just the smallest room. I don't say gay, I still say queer. I think that Mussolini had the right idea.
I mean, where to start with this amazing woman? Very creative writing process right here. A lot of technical attribution, arc at me, yeah, that we often speak about on Tenor Reacts. That when you look at it in a performance like this, which is in a live environment, so whatever happens kind of happens, okay, you do it, it's done, boom, kind of thing. It gives us a whole new appreciation of Victoria's ability and skill factor to even the tiniest of nuances. People like me go, yeah, that's a moment, yeah, that, let's talk about that. Okay, let's continue.
Got engaged in 62, got married in the April in a nice pale blue. It all turned sour to say the least. I was stuck in Abergele with a sex-crazed beast. Our wedding night I heard a cough. There was Harold in the doorway with his pyjamas off. I said, now look, I must be blunt, I couldn't give a beggar on the whole sex front. Not me, not my scene. I prefer a game of rummy and an Ovaltine. Harold, dear, now do get dressed. I've seen one in a book and I was not impressed.
I'm so funny.
Once divorced, I lived alone. Then I chummed up with a woman by the name of Joan. She moved in, she seemed quite nice. Wore army boots and braces, but I didn't
Oh
think twice.
my god, this is so funny. Every single... You know that there are some comic songs that are so well written, well arranged, you can't fault them because they've been so well thought out and fleshed out. You know, I always think a whether we're talking about a parody song, going more into the novelty aspect, for me, and I've written my few share of novelty songs, and they've really got to be fleshed out. Okay, so you've got to come away from that song being able to recall certain characters, certain places, certain events, and that's certainly what you're getting here.
And one night she seemed upset. I said, "Are you not happy in my maisonette?" She drained her rum and baby sham, ran her fingers through her crew cut, said, "I love you, Pam." I didn't faint, I didn't scream, just carried on demolishing my custard cream. She said, "Please
the chords
come
are
upstairs
very
with me.
interesting.
Let me show you just how wonderful a love can be."
My ear is
I said,
trying
"All
to
right,
work
but
out
don't be
what
late.
we've got
There's
here.
a thing by Alan Bennett on at 8:30. So up we go and off she went, but the only thing that happened was my specs got bent.
Oh yeah. That progression.
Not me, how I feel. I'd rather have a coffee and a wagon wheel. Joan, dear, do get dressed. No woman over 40 suits a mauve string vest. Then last year, to beat the blues, I booked myself a cabin on a 10-day cruise. So much to do, so much to see, with a load of single women who look just like me.
At this point, you probably know what I'm going to say about breath support. Breath support is amazing.
Then one night I clicked like that with a bachelor called Billy in a golfing hat.
See, that's
we were
all in
so
one
happy,
breath, I
hand
think.
in hand, listening to a lecture on the prostate gland.
See, that part, that part, she's keeping it very light and very short. Okay, she's not really leaning into that.
I told him sex had been no-go. He took it as a challenge and we went below. We kissed and hugged without delay. He tried to take my rain hood off. I said, "No way."
See what I mean about the vocal colour changes all the
Said,
time.
"I bet you 10 whole pounds. I bet you have an orgasm while I'm around." He got stuck in, he really tried, but I only felt a tremor down my left-hand side. Not me, that's my boast. I prefer a bit of ironing and a round of toast. Bill, dear, do get dressed, but he just fell over moaning as he clutched his chest. He went, "Ah!" What was that type of sound? Bill was dead. He died for me.
Right, so up until this point, it's been consistent. You know, it stayed in its boundaries. Okay, nothing wrong with that at all. But I find it incredibly, and you got this all the time with Victoria's songs. She would throw you a middle eight, and you would never have seen that coming. And we're not talking about drama and dramatics. You know, sometimes you got that, and you would like, yes. But sometimes they were so subtle and sublime.
What was that type of sound? Bill was dead. He died for me.
Now
they took him on a stretcher as I
change
drank
up.
my tea. But as I poured another cup, I thought I've never had that orgasm. I'm 10 quid up.
I love it. Oh, Vic, you are still missed. Like 7, 8 years? The same year as my mother. Okay, that as always is down there for those of you wanting to clickety click. Is that what I've just done? Is that like blankety blank? Blankety blank. Thank you as always to my wonderful gothlings over at Buy Me a Coffee. If you would like to join us over there, details are in the description. And I will see you tomorrow as we begin a brand new week of reactions. Okay, bang and bosh.